Hello, Daryl. This is the special edition of Let's Talk Tech, and we are here at the 3i Africa Summit. And like it says, innovation, investment, and impact. And I have with me here three gentlemen. One, Isaac with Mello Technology. He's actually the CEO of Mello Technologies. He's actually a tech entrepreneur. I have with me also Dr. Stephen Moore, who lectures with the UCC and also the Director of SME Banking at Fidelity Bank. So I'll come to you first. Isaac, help us understand how challenging is it for tech entrepreneurs to thrive currently?
Yeah, so I guess the foundation of every business is problem solving. So you set out to want to solve a problem, and you would hope that you have an enabling environment. The enabling environment obviously is a thriving innovation ecosystem, is reduced taxation, is funding available in the ecosystem. It's just a general, I guess, culture that encourages people to want to build and innovate. The truth is that fundamentally, a lot of structural, cultural belief systems inhibit that innovation approaches to things generally in Ghana. But I mean, those of us that I say we've been cursed with this startup madness, dare to do it anyway. And we continue to do it because we feel like some problems are important to solve.
Let's look at the challenge of funding. Now, part of the summit is to look at funding opportunities for startups like you. Now, how challenging is it? Elsewhere, we have the venture capitalist system where entrepreneurs like you can easily go out there, get a partner, and then you're able to spur to the next level. But here we don't. How challenging is this for you, and what would you want to see in the coming years?
So a thriving venture ecosystem is based on this venture is betting, to be honest, right? It's people believing in early stage business and want to put their money on it. And usually those people are people who have made money off themselves from other things and want to use that as an investment stream. So to be honest, what is going to sell venture is people who have money taking an initiative and wanting to say that we believe technology is the future, we believe local entrepreneurs, young Ghanaian entrepreneurs have the opportunity and betting on them. That's really the only solution. If not, it's not government's problem to solve, to be honest. Venture is not government's problem to solve. Government can do grant schemes, etc. But the innovation ecosystems of the world have not tried because government dished out money. Government enabled the systems. And so I particularly, for example, I'm not expecting government to give money. But the government also is not doing great at enabling that ecosystem. But when it comes to venture capital, as someone who has $10 million in the bank saying that I want to diversify my investment, and I believe that these young entrepreneurs doing something can do that. So that's really that.
Let me come to you, Alex. Now, Isaac here is trying to talk about some challenges, especially when it comes to funding. He talks about a venture capitalist system elsewhere, but here he's looking at the enabling environment at least. Now, for you as a financial service operator, what are you doing to support entrepreneurs like him?
Okay, so clearly, we all have obligation. We all have obligation towards developing the ecosystem for the benefit of us. Yesterday, in the Agric Tech session, my MD, Julian Opuni, indicated that Fidelity had committed herself a substantial amount of money to support techs that want to innovate things in the agri space, just to make sure that we're able to unleash the potential in that side.
How cheap is this funding and how targeted is it?
Yeah, so right now we are saying that do you have any project, do you have any initiative, do you have any innovative that seek to solve a problem in the agri sector? So for example, we all know the normal problem that we have as far as agri space is concerned. I've given money to somebody. We want to understand the yield that is we are expecting. There's maize on the field. Can you use tech to estimate what the expectation is going to be in terms of yield expectation? What tech can do to actually help us to improve the yield that we are expecting from that particular farm? Yesterday in the agri session, we saw that we have seen production improving, not because we are employing technology, but it's because we are increasing the land area that we are actually farming. It is more about the yield that you are getting per hectare, and not so much of how much land you are able to put under cultivation. So we are saying that we are ready to fund. Now we should understand that it must start somehow small, and then we get to a time that we have all tested it, we all know that it is working, then we need to enable it. Now, the Fidelity Young Entrepreneurs Fund, for example, focus on supporting tech initiative. And if we can actually if you have a viable project and you come to us, now we guide you through the process. We give you we take the lending decision. The funding is made available to you, and then now when the benefit comes, all of us do it. Right. And that's the reason why we believe in collaboration. We believe in partnership, and able to develop. Because in some instances, in the initial stages, it's not all the time that the lending will do, because you are not too sure of how viable the project is going to be. But your ability to actually partner, understand, and carry us along, then when we are taking a lending decision, we can do it. We are committed, and that is the reason why the board of Fidelity Bank had actually set up the Young Entrepreneurs Fund that is focusing on tech and other sectors, including agric and others, that we are able to support that.
Right. Now, let me come to Doc. Alex here talks about they having viable business. That brings up the question about skill set. Now, what are you doing? I know you lecture and you are also quite keen when it comes to AI, generative AI. And then, what are we doing to develop the skill set, the needed skill set, to ensure that we have the right people managing these startups so that we can see the growth we all are looking forward to?
Yeah, so I'm quite glad listening to the Fidelity on some of the approaches that they are using. It's very good. Creating ecosystems, and this is what the universities seek for. If the banks have saying they have monies to help train people, the universities are the right environment. So you can go to the university, tell them that we have this money, we have it for entrepreneurs or young people with ideas in these areas. Can you raise a competition? Can we get some competition from this university, 3 students that we can actually support and guide for maybe a period of 1 or 2 years till they reach maturity? So these are very good initiatives. On the other hand, on education, sometimes usually we train the students in many things that somehow they get lost. I would say they get lost in what exactly am I using this for? So things like this from companies, institutions saying we need solutions in these areas will help us train the students in the direction for these kind of build-ups. So this is really what we expect that the industry should come up with. Of course, we train the student, we teach them many things. It's AI, we are teaching them. Since I've been here, since Monday, there are a lot of even self NGOs doing training on AI in the system, and kind of interesting, but really the end products is what matters most.
Where would you say the missing link lie? I mean, looking at academia, looking at industry, how can we bridge this gap?
So the missing link really lies in the silos, because the industry, like I'm listening to the Fidelity, they are on their own, they have their money, they are trying to put out some calls and hope that they will get some people to come and get this buy-in. But this is something they can actually collaborate with a university and say, we have this amount of money. Within this year, we are hoping to raise 2 or 4 or 5 entrepreneurs to solve so and so problems. Can the university come up with students who are being coached by university lecturers or research people to guide them into providing solutions for these? And I think when we do that, then the bridge, we will keep bringing in innovations that can help accelerate the kind of problems that we keep seeing consistently. I mean, on things of not just in agric, but even when we talk about the whole community of the whole country in general. Just this week, and I was part of the people who were talking about the ECD hackathon for the Bank of Ghana, for instance. And these are things that we need to accelerate or push for. The Bank of Ghana spent, in 2022, for instance, they spent over 300 million Ghana cedis, printing Ghana cedis for us to spend. So we are using money to print money to spend. And if we can introduce electronic ways of transacting businesses, these 300 million they used could be invested in other facilities, other buildings, roads, schools, or other students who have ideas that we can use. So I think these are things that and AI is really, I always say anything with data, that has huge data, consistent data, we can always go into AI with that.
Sure. So there you have it. I mean, collaboration seeks to run through, each of my guests here on set, and we need to do more. I mean, there's a lot of, people working in fragments, institutions working in silos, and we need to do a lot more in terms of collaboration, partnering with, financial institutions like Fidelity, partnering with academia, and also reaching out to young budding entrepreneurs like the CEO from Mello Technologies. And this is what we need to build the right ecosystem when we talk about tech entrepreneurs, when we talk about the tech ecosystem, whether be it fintech, whether be it agri-tech. And thank you so much, Daryl. This has been the special edition of Let's Talk Tech here, right from the 3i Africa Summit. My name is Isaac Osei. Thank you.